we are going to have a chat about Churchill Fellowships. I don't know if you're familiar with the Churchill Fellowship program, but it's a fantastic thing. It's been running for a few years now and giving a lot of people a chance to go overseas to further interesting areas of study. What do you think about the idea of a free trip overseas for 4 to 8 weeks to learn more about a topic or issue that you're passionate about? If you want to know how this dream trip might one day be your life, you can jump online for a Churchill Fellowship session. And the online information sessions are a great way, of course, to find out more about how the fellowships work and how to apply for one. Rachel Sir is the Communications Manager for the Churchill Trust. And with you this morning, Rachel, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Very well, thanks. We should just go back a step. For people who don't know about the Churchill Fellowships, just give us a brief introduction, because these have been running for, well, many years now, haven't they?
I call it this sort of the secret society that should not be secret, is the Winston Churchill Trust. And basically what happened in 1965 after Sir Winston passed away, they basically took up a door knock appeal around Australia. At the time, it was the largest door knock appeal in Australian history. That money then went into a trust, and the trust has existed ever since to send 100 people every year from all around Australia, all around the world.
And look, but the people who've become Churchill Fellows, I mean, the range of topics and so on it's amazing, isn't it? The things that people have been able to study and further their knowledge in through these fellowships.
It is. It's amazing. So some of the better-known innovations in Australia by Churchill Fellows, they include things like Questacon. So Professor Michael Gore, he was the founder of the National Science Institution, Questacon in Canberra. And after he visited a whole bunch of science centres around the world in Canada, France, Germany, Netherlands, the UK, USA, he came back to little old Australia and is like, we can do a lot better. So he brought about that institution. But there's lots of other well-known things like Neighbourhood Watch.
Right.
So Christopher Costa in 1987, he was one of the first people to Neighbourhood Watch, and that was after he went to Canada and the USA. We've got Crime Stopper, so Jeffrey Wilkinson. He, in 1987, it started, but he did his fellowship in 1985, and he went all around to Britain and to figure out what was going on. He brought back the concept of Crime Stoppers to Australia. Lots of things, like currently the more well-known things are things like supermarket unit pricing. So you walk through your supermarkets and you see those little tiny numbers on all the pricing tickets in all the supermarkets in Australia that really help you shop cheaper. Those are unit prices, and that was brought about by Churchill Fellow Ian Jarrett. So he's actually from Queensland, but he went to Belgium, Ireland, Sweden, USA and the UK, and he found out that unit pricing would be really beneficial for Australian consumers, and so he brought that back to Australia, and now we have it.
Yeah, fantastic. So there are some real sort of tangible benefits that have come from Churchill Fellows. I guess the great thing about this as well is, I mean, obviously you can learn a lot, I suppose, through talking to people overseas and studying and so on, what's available online and so on. But being able to actually go there and meet people and see things in operation is probably hugely beneficial, I'd imagine.
Yeah, look, the face-to-face element and the connections that people make. The fellows say, they have lifelong connections with these people that they've met overseas on their fellowship.
As you say, the applications don't open for a little while yet, but these online sessions are coming up. So are these designed just to give people a good sense of what it's all about, what you need to think about, what the application involves, and so on and so forth?
Yeah, look, that's right. So during the month of February, we're hosting online Zoom, and those are in different focus areas. So we've got, agriculture, horticulture, we've got arts and trade, community, education, and First Peoples, and the public service, health and medicine, science and technology. And some of those are being hosted by Adam Spencer and Costa from Gardening Australia. But basically, anybody can go to any session. The difference between the sessions is that we're going to have some guest speakers that are fellows in that specific genre or area.
Right, okay. And the process of applying then, is it pretty straightforward? I mean, I'm imagining the applications probably have to be pretty detailed so that you can properly assess, the worth and the benefit that people are going to get from a fellowship.
Yeah, look, the best thing people can do is jump onto the website. It's just churchillfellowships.com.au, and there is a Become a Fellow tab. We've got so much really handy info up there, so you can actually start to think about it now. It talks through like what you might like to put in your application. Part of the application process is a little video right at the end, just a very short clip about a pitch about yourself. But the whole point that I just want to reiterate to everybody listening is that Churchill Fellowship is not an academic award. It is not for people of any specific education level. In fact, you do not have to have even finished school to apply. What you need is a passion, and you need to see that that passion could bring a benefit back to the wider Australia. If you think about your passion, it might be pottery, it might be upcycling clothes, it could be beekeeping, it could be cognac distilling, it also could be being a brain surgeon or a firefighter or a teacher. There is no limit at all.
All right, fantastic. So look, more details on the website. And so applications open in March, but those information sessions happening pretty soon to give you a better handle on the whole thing. Rachel, thanks for the chat this morning, and hopefully we'll have a few potential fellows from the Southwest that we'll be able to chat to in future years. But thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Rachel Sir, the Communications Manager for the Churchill Trust.